Hanuman could leap across oceans. He could lift mountains with one hand. He could grow to the size of a continent or shrink to the size of a thumb. He was the son of the wind god, the most powerful being in the monkey kingdom by a margin so large it wasn't even a contest. But when the monkeys gathered at the edge of the ocean, desperate to find Sita, needing anyone to make the impossible leap to Lanka, Hanuman sat quietly in the back. Doing nothing. Saying nothing. Because he had completely forgotten he could do any of it. When Hanuman was a child, he saw the sun rising and thought it was a ripe mango. So he flew toward it. He flew toward the actual sun. Not metaphorically, he literally launched himself into the sky to grab the sun because he wanted a mango and nothing in his body said, "You can't do that." That's the power of a child who hasn't been taught limitations. Indra, the king of the gods, saw a child flying toward the sun and panicked. He hurled his Vajra, his thunderbolt, and struck Hanuman down. The child fell from the sky. His jaw shattered. And the gods, to appease Hanuman's furious father Vayu, gave the child a blessing that was also a curse. Hanuman would be invincible, but he would forget his own powers until someone else reminded him. Think about that. The gods didn't take his power. They took his memory of having it. Because they understood something terrifying, the most effective way to neutralize someone isn't to destroy their strength. It's to make them forget they have it. In 1967, Martin Seligman conducted an experiment that changed psychology. He exposed dogs to inescapable electric shocks. Later, when the same dogs were placed in a situation where they could easily escape the shocks, they didn't even try. They just lay down and accepted the pain. Seligman called it learned helplessness, the psychological state where past experience teaches you that your actions don't matter, so you stop acting entirely. That's Hanuman. He was struck down once. One thunderbolt. One moment of pain. And it was enough to erase the memory of every power he ever had. Not because the powers were gone. Because the experience of being punished for using them rewired his belief about himself. This is what childhood conditioning does. A parent who says, "Who do you think you are?" A teacher who says, "Stay in your lane." A culture that says, "People like you don't do things like that." They're not taking your power. They're making you forget you have it. And you'll sit at the edge of the ocean, watching others struggle, never knowing that you are the one who could cross it. And then Jambavan spoke. Jambavan, the ancient bear, the oldest being in the army, walked over to Hanuman and said the most important words in the entire Ramayana. He didn't say try harder. He didn't say believe in yourself. He said, you can leap across this ocean. You can grow to the size of a mountain. You are the son of Vayu. You have already flown to the sun. You just forgot. And Hanuman remembered. And in that moment of remembering, he began to grow. His body expanded. His eyes blazed. The diminished monkey at the edge of the ocean became a colossus standing mountain high, roaring with rediscovered power, and then he leaped. Every therapist, every mentor, every true friend in your life is a Jambavan. They don't give you something new. They reflect back the enormity you've buried. The power was never gone. You just need someone to say, you've already flown to the sun. You just forgot. What power have you forgotten you had? What did you stop doing because someone struck you down once? Drop it below. Sometimes naming it out loud is the Jambavan moment. Sometimes the comment you write today is the beginning of remembering. Subscribe and share this with someone who's forgotten how powerful they are.